Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday morning. And we are here really to celebrate. It is the official 1 year anniversary of ATX Good News.
Can you believe it? Judy, it's been
No,
1 year since we sat in your house there in North Austin, just starting the good news movement. We were called to go out and start spreading some positive stories, inspiring stories. And here we are later, 1 year later, celebrating with all of you our 1 year anniversary. We want to thank all of you for supporting us and for sending us all the story ideas.
yeah, we've been so touched by the number of people who have introduced us to folks, just extraordinary people doing extraordinary things and really sharing their time and talent to help other people. And we want to spend just a little bit of time reflecting on some of our most memorable stories from the past year. For me, one of them was certainly 89-year-old Jane Newberry. Now, Jane has given almost 70 years of her career teaching in the Austin district, and she is still substituting on a regular basis over at Hill Elementary. She's beloved, and she calls teaching a joyful, fulfilling, and sometimes challenging, of course, role. So that was a great story for me, and I really enjoyed chatting with her.
Yeah, we were all inspired by that story for sure. And we needed our teachers this year more than ever. And
We sure
before the
did.
school year even began back in the fall, we introduced you to Shelly O'Donnell out in Hayes County. She's in Kyle, the founder of the Teacher Reuse nonprofit. This is one of the rooms there. What she does is she collects classroom supplies from businesses and people all over the area. And then she lets Central Texas teachers come and shop for free. And she has saved teachers in our area thousands and thousands of dollars.
If they need something quickly and they just need that one item, somewhere between $20 and $100. But on Saturday, we had a teacher who saved $800. And it was amazing. He took 4 totes of items that he knows he would use in his kindergarten classroom in Austin.
Why do this?
Teachers need it. My heart is a teacher. And you can take teachers out of the classroom, but you can't take the classroom out of a teacher.
Oh, I just loved meeting her. And Judy, it reminds me of how many tears we've shed this last year too, in a good way, happy tears, right? With all of the stories that we've done and the people who we have met who have brought up those tears in us.
Yeah, and this is kind of a selfish mission for us because we are so touched and invigorated and inspired by the people we've met along the way. Some of them are quite young. One of them that I just really was touched by is Thomas de la Fuente. This is a young man from Austin who was over in Berlin in language school, and he saw all these refugees arriving from Ukraine, fleeing the war, and he decided they really needed something warm to greet them. And so he started bringing tacos to the train station, Texas tacos to the Ukrainian refugees. And then he enlisted the support of several of his fellow students from all over the world in Berlin. And they hung out at the train station to greet the Ukrainian refugees with hundreds of Texas tacos. And we all know that in Texas, tacos really represent love.
Yes. So he was spreading Texas love, just love
That's
everywhere.
right.
That was a
I love it.
great story. Yeah, and it's also good to point out that even our teenagers are out there doing really good
Yes,
things.
they sometimes get a bad rap.
Yeah, they do. But that's great. It was such a great story. And now we want to take you back out to Hayes County and Dripping Springs, where we went to a physical therapy clinic. It's called Fortis Therapy, and it's a nonprofit clinic, which is pretty rare when you're talking about physical therapy clinics. And we met up with H.T. Langford, who was in a 12-week intensive program there called Project Walk. He's learning to walk independently.
He was probably taking maybe 5 or 6 independent steps without his walker when we started. And now he is walking all the way across their mat with minimal support. So that's probably like 20 or 25 steps. So that's been really special to see. And we're seeing at home, he's getting more and more brave, climbing on more things.
It was so fun to see these kids do something that they had never done before, and to see a parent's life changed because of something we did for them. And I mean, that's part of the reason I became a PT in the first place, but to really see something happen that fast over 12 weeks was really, really cool.
It's what you want your 4 or 5-year-old little boy to do, to run around and play and explore and do those things. So we're hopeful that we'll get there in the next year.
Love it.
They've continued that program, and they're a great asset to the physical therapy world, because you don't find many nonprofit clinics like that. And Meredith, the physical therapist, told me there that she's decided to become a nonprofit clinic because she wants to provide even more services that sometimes insurance will not cover to her clients.
It's a real benefit to the community to offer those kinds of services. Well, we've been benefited by so much generosity, and we want to give you just a couple more thank yous. And two people we need to thank are 2 interns who researched, reported, covered stories, came up with ideas for us. One of them is who you see here, Mal Pradhan. She was terrific. And then, of course, Bryce Peters is our other intern. And these young people were really part of our team and worked so hard, and we just can't wait to see what they do next, because they're so smart and so talented.
They are. And we'd also like to say, hey, if you have an idea of who might want to be an intern with ATX Good News yet, send us an email and tell us about them at atxgoodnews@gmail.com. Mal is a high school student, and of course, Bri is at the University of Mississippi. So high school and college students, come on and join our movement.
And
now, we also, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Leslie. We have another big thank you.
We do, and it's a partner that has been with us from the very beginning in the radio world. We are on the Sandy Show every Monday and Wednesday. There's Sandy and Trisha, and we want to thank them for all the support they've given us.
Yeah, it's great to be able to spread our stories to their listeners, and every Monday and Wednesday, as you said, and we sure appreciate Sandy and Trisha. We've had a lot of fun getting to know them and consider them good friends now, and we hope that relationship continues on and on and on, because we love that partnership.
And we wouldn't be able to do any of this without your support. So most of all, before we finish, we want to thank all of you out there, the thousands of our followers and people who have supported us, who have encouraged us, who have sent us story ideas, and all that you do to make ATX Good News something that really matters here in our community. Judy, we need to remind people why we do this. There's a lot of negativity out there in this social media space, and we're trying to provide something that's hyper local right here in Central Texas, showing and reminding people that good news is happening.
Indeed it is, and there are so many inspiring people, inspiring stories, heartfelt work going on every day, and we can't stress enough that we would love to hear from you. We depend on all of you to get our story ideas, so please send us those ideas at atxgoodnews@gmail.com. And again, we appreciate so much all of you supporting us, thanking us when we're out in public, and just encouraging us to keep this mission alive. So thanks again. Happy 1-year anniversary, Leslie.
You too, Judy, and to all of the ATX Good News followers out there, happy anniversary.
And make it a great weekend. Make it a great weekend, everybody. Thanks again.
Bye-bye.
Bye.